Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Mr. Harrow, can you hear me? Mr. Harrow, please.
Come on, you thief! I'll break you open if I have to.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Mr. Harrow, can you hear me? Mr. Harrow, please. Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Mr. Harrow, can you hear me? Mr. Harrow, please.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Mr. Harrow, can you hear me? Mr. Harrow, please.
Spit it out already! Come on, you thief! I'll break you open if I have to. Ugh! Give me my coffee, you...
Sir. My name is Percy Rugger, but of course, Mr. Harrow, I'm here to answer any questions you might have. At your service, as they say. Mr. Harrow, the agency has insight into publicly available documents only, and the name of your therapist is not included in them, for your own protection. But when we take over your case and sign the necessary contracts, we will be able to request access to all court documents. Until then, please provide me with the name of your therapist so we can start building a case. Today. Now. Not in our database, meaning none of our clients have been assigned to this Dr. Fink.
China. You're not supposed to be here. Leave, now! Name's K. Walter K. You don't look familiar, Eugene. And you sound like an outsider. First, you tell me, you support Bill Thatcher? That's a good boy. You might be an outsider, but your heart's in the right place. Apex Ore props him up, and there's nothing I could do. Except, I'm not without teeth. Nonsense, boy. I lost the election 4 or 5 years ago. Apex Ore's still expanding, and no one's stopping them. Yeah, Maxine's there. She's worried. I just need to make sure everything's in order.
Yes? That's not exactly in accordance with Coral Destiny's security protocols, but I don't see why not. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols. Hiya! So sorry about that sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility of this type. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin. 100% safe. For humans. Are you from the Overshoot Forum, perhaps? It's not every day that someone from there comes to talk in person, but I've never seen you in Rue Valley, so you can't be a local. Well, my mistake, doesn't matter. Overshoot is an online gathering place for people that believe time is running out for our species, our civilizations, and our planet. It was a great community, but it recently turned sour. It's an echo chamber now, a place for whining, grasping at straws, and passing around copium. A cult? No, that would entail some sort of religious practices. We don't have those. But cult-like behavior? Yes, absolutely. I stopped being an active member a long time ago, but I'm one of the founders, and people still find me, sometimes even in person. But don't think I've forgotten that you answered my question with a question. So, I'm waiting. Who are you? Welcome, Eugene. I'm Dana Peters. I just want you to know, Fink is an expert. You're in good hands. So, what can I do for you? Officially, Coral Destiny Research Facility number 8, but everyone knows it as the Hydroponics Farm, or just the farm. You are right, but up to a point. Rockets and space are only a means to an end. Coral Destiny's real aim is to establish a self-sufficient colony on Mars. Such autarky is impossible without food and medicine. That's my job. And this facility and all these plants, my life's work. An observant question. At first, fresh water was transported from outside of the valley. The same will be required on Mars. Large quantities of water will be delivered via cargo ships. Since water recycling and purification is necessary for the future colony, a section of my research was dedicated to just that. It's a long and complex story. But in a nutshell, the state of the Rue Valley aquifer is horrendous. It's been polluted with heavy metals, mining runoff, and ore processing chemicals. But with various methods, including introduction of certain bacteria and microbe strains, I've managed to purify small quantities of water, then enrich it with nutrients and minerals. I have, yes. But it's only applicable to small quantities. To scale it for the whole aquifer would require billions, maybe more. All that money would be better spent elsewhere. Now I am. Of course, it took me quite some time to iron out all the disagreements with my CEO, then persuade her I don't need her ideas, let alone her hands-on management. It's still there. We just opt not to discuss it anymore. Isabel wants self-sufficiency as soon as possible, so the colony can become profitable quickly. I understand that establishing a base on Mars costs unthinkable amounts of money, and Coral Destiny is just a corporation. It must hunt for profit. But it's all foolishness, if you ask me. That colony must become a seed vault for our species, and you need long-term planning for that. You're among the rare few who have asked me that question. People usually accept it as a necessary protocol without trying to delve deeper. Most of the species here are hybrids of my own creation. Because of that, they are vulnerable to all pathogens. So, without immunity of their own, I have to provide it for them. Simple. Contingency protocols. One of them you have already suffered through, the sterilization process. Excuse me, Mr. Phytologist, I didn't recognize you there. This facility is my laboratory, testing grounds to discern what will work, what could work, and what will be a disaster. And since Martian conditions are impossible, the plants must be impossible too. Most of which is completely ill-suited to growing plants. It contains no organic matter, lacks essential nutrients such as nitrogen, and, critically, it's full of toxic percolates. Yes, we could purify and enrich Martian soil, but it would be a lengthy and costly process. Water is much easier to manipulate. Most welcome. It's always a pleasure to talk to a member of our pre-extinct species. I have some work to do now. Feel free to explore the lab, just don't touch the plants.
messing around. You there? Pop, stop fooling around and show yourself. This house is falling apart. Everything creaking to high heaven.
Guiding light, mission log, day 52. Happy to report I'm still alive, though honestly, my steady diet of protein curry, pea stew, and oat and berry paste has seriously made me contemplate taking my own life. Water recycling and oxygen regeneration systems are working within parameters, though I have to fiddle with them every now and again, and this still leaves me with free time, and a lot of free time. Left unoccupied, want it or not, my mind wanders back to Earth, and this is a dangerous journey. I mean, just one treacherous step away from plunging me back into the pit of despair, and I can't let that happen.
No. The pit is not a good place. You were trapped there almost forever. Until I got you out.
It's a paradox. I can't think of home, but I need to think about ways of getting home, so to stop myself from wandering, I focus on new mission parameters. I think, plan, then I flip the mental table and I do it all over again.
Frank?
Fucking hell. You're not only interrupted, you're interrupted by Riley.
Frank?
It's not a matter of selecting the method. I mean, there's only one anyhow, and I have to take it. The slingshot maneuver. It's a matter of resources, or lack thereof.
What are you... Oh, shit.
Oh, she finally gets it. Now let's focus on what's important.
Here's the thing. Guiding Light was 91% done with the Transmars injection protocol when the fuel injection system malfunctioned. This put the ship into an almost stable orbit with Mars. Almost.
Almost stable is good enough. Worked for us, buddy boy.
When I ejected the lander, it assumed the same trajectory as the rest of the ship, but it was further degraded by the explosions. As it stands right now, I'm in an anomalous Earth-Mars orbit, doomed to a perpetual circling, never to reach either planet. A loop, if you will. But here's the other thing. Because I'm sometimes forced to use my fuel for upkeep of the various systems I've built in this tin can, my reserves are at 71%. This is enough for a few controlled burns, yes, but that's it. Especially considering I'll have to save at least 12% of that fuel in order to survive the trip back from Mars to Earth.
She should have had more fuel by our calculations, right? Right. Something's off here.
These are the two key points, the cruxes of my issue. So here's the proposed solution. I've been going over these calculations I don't know how many times. I need to perform 2 burns and to be extremely careful about fuel efficiency.
Frank, we need to talk, now.
The first one needs to correct my trajectory, get me in a stable orbit of Mars. The second will be tricky, much more so, as I need to escape Mars orbit, which will require a lot of fuel. maybe all of the fuel.
That did it. She bit her lips hard, but doesn't open them. Bravo.
Now, the first maneuver will affect the other. If I fuck up the first and get too close, I might not have enough fuel to get out of the planet's gravity well. Or if I don't course correct properly, I'll just shoot past the planet and get into an even worse trajectory. Still, the results of the model I've built are conclusive enough that I'm willing to take the risks. Now I just have to stop doubting myself and pentable check every single number. Again. I'll record again later. Have to conserve power as much as possible.
Frank, please.
Alright. Guiding light mission log day 54. Can't sleep, so I've decided to crunch some numbers. Again, I'm sick and tired of talking to the walls, so what the hell? Sunshine's plentiful, let's waste some kilowatts and record this thing. At least I'll have a reference point for later to recheck the math if I need to. Fuck, if only the lander's main computer wasn't so limited in its functions, or if I was a better programmer, I could run some real simulations, but this will have to do.
Listen, I know about Judy's message. She'll start crunching numbers now, saying exactly how much fuel she has left. Just listen.
So, let's start with the basics. Right now, my fuel reserves are at 71%. I'll need the bare minimum of 12% to survive the Mars-Earth trip, so this means the total fuel available is 59%. So far, so good.
She knew. She fucking knew. All this time.
I never said a word for exactly this reason. I heard the whole message when Judy's lander reached near-Earth orbit. Like it did again. Just look at yourself. Imagine how you would have been if you'd known the entire time. Fucking hell, Frank. Even now you think she's alive. When you know that she couldn't be.
Hurt her. Rip out her tongue, pluck out her eyes, bite off her ear. Hurt her! Hurt her! Hurt her!
For fuck's sake, listen to yourself, Frank! You're fucking delusional. I introduced you to. I helped when you had issues. Why would I want to keep you away from her if she was even still alive?
She struggles. She hackles her hair, teeth bared. But she's in pain. More. More!
Fucker! The only difference between us back then was that you could have bought your alcohol legally. You drank just as much as I did. More even.
Let her have it. Let her have all of the pain you have suffered.
How can you even... Who even are you? This is not the Frank that pulled me out of shit time and time again. No. You're like some folktale demon of anger and grief.
That's it. That's it. Your toxic barrage has brought her down on the verge of tears, on the brink of crumbling. Fucking down. Now go for the jugular. Say that thing again. The same one you said, and you haven't spoken for 2 years. The sweet, succulent taste of revenge. When you take your hurt and spread it around like an emotional disease.
You really think that? I wondered back then if it was just a slip of the tongue, but no. You really think that?
Oh, for trans-earth injection... Fucking napkin math. Okay, initial mass after the first burn will be around 4,270 kilograms. On a delta V of approximately 2,050 meters per second, I'll need about 1,400 kilograms of fuel, I want to say, and the burn will last about a minute and a half. Fuck, that's almost 5 times the MOI burn time. After the burn, my mass will be around 2,870 kilograms, of which only 370 kilograms will be fuel reserves, or 12%.
Shit. Riley made us miss a part of Judy's message. Maybe the most important part.
That's a thin, terrifying margin for error. Okay, if I execute both burns with maximum efficiency and no additional adjustments, I'll have enough fuel to get home. Barely enough, but enough. I don't want to think about what happens if I overburn. I can do this. Guiding light, mission log, day 74. The question has been killing me for the last week or so. I can't stop thinking about it, and yet I can't find an answer. It might sound like one of those fairy tale riddles that are designed to push you over the edge, so what's a doer to do when she's got nothing to do?
No, there's always something, my love. Something? Another simulation to run? Another calculation to check and recheck?
The only answer I got is... nothing. Absolutely nothing, and that is driving me insane.
Be grateful you're holding Alex's best piece of equipment. Otherwise, Judy's signal might have been jammed by this storm noise.
Since I jury-rigged most of the additional life support systems, they need small repairs every now and then. But besides that, and scrubbing the filters, which is super time-consuming because I have so little water and power to spare, there's little else to occupy my free time. I've even tried cooking in an improv kitchen, combining different food pouches, but somehow the meals taste even worse. So, yeah, I gave up on that. That leaves me with the calculations for the burns and my paper simulation, and that's a no-go. Every time I check the numbers now, a worm of doubt starts gnawing in my mind, and I can't have that. I have to trust the plan, trust the science behind it.
Must be the battery, buddy boyo.
For fuck's sake. Who knew that spaceflight would entail so much free time? Ugh, I swear. If I knew I would be stuck in a lander for months, I would have brought my Zenith Mini on that damn EVA and just drowned myself in gaming. Fuck conserving power.
No. We need to conserve power.
All of this leaves me with only one option. To think of home. Of the people I left behind that probably think I'm dead. but if I even start to unravel that coil, my heart clenches and I feel the weight of all this endless void on my chest, so I can't go down that rabbit hole. Not now, not ever.
Sir Frank a lot.
There's only the now, and there's only the version of future in which I return home. I've decided to record the answer to my own riddle, to sear it into my mind. The doer needs to become the waiter. No other solution. Let's not waste any more power now. Guiding light, mission log, day 162. Mars orbit insertion successfully performed 2 days ago. Fuel burn was optimal at 12%. This will be a different beast, though I should really conserve power. I've decided to record this moment for posterity.
We'll have 12 children. All of them will know these messages, your moments of victory, by heart.
Fast approaching the planet. Velocity 7.34 kilometers per second. That's not the only reason. I need to stay focused now, and talking to these metal walls just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Be fast, or we'll lose Judy. Again.
To the best of my knowledge, the course correction maneuver I executed 2 weeks ago was a success. Though it did burn more fuel than I hoped, telemetry suggests I'm still on a viable course for a slingshot. All my trajectory readings are on point.
Frank, wait! You'll get yourself killed!
And now, for the real deal. Trajectory check, locked. Expected periapsis, 120 kilometers. Delta V budget, 20 seconds. Computer, start countdown. Fuel check at 65%. Attitude control system, aligned at 0, all 3 axes. Gyroscope stabilizers, active. No unexpected drift. Pitch and yaw meters, stable.
Frank, stop! For fuck's sake! You're too disturbed to drive.
Alright, thrusters engaged. You better work, motherfucker. Engine temp approximately 210 degrees, within parameters. Delta V readout 7.40, 7.48. Good. Fuel rapidly falling. 48%, 46%. Shit. Delta V readout 7.5, 7.53. Rechecking orbital trajectory display. I'm not gonna fucking make it. Fuel recheck 40%, falling fast. Shit. I'm getting too close to Mars, and I don't have enough fuel to get out of the planet's gravity well. Morning burn!
Stop, you stubborn fucking Anderson! Stop, Frank!
Fuck! Maybe I should just open that airlock and be done with all of this.
What the? You piece of shit!
Mission day, I think it's 181. Yeah. I've been mostly sleeping for the past couple of weeks. There are some bottles of Zincodin in the medicine box, and to be honest, even the dreamless void inside me is better than the real void outside. You know, habit is a fucked up thing. Even though I wanted to shrivel up and die, I still ate that horrible chickpea stew. Still pissed in bags, still recycled every last drop of it. Still scrubbed filters like I'll live in this tin can for 1,000 years. I couldn't get myself to record anything earlier. Didn't know what would even be the point. I let my pride rule me by recording the burn, and I'll have proof of my success, you know? A statement of my genius. Judith Resnick, the brilliant problem solver. What I have instead is just a reminder of what a fool I was. Am.
Always so hard on yourself. You have to stop whipping yourself, love.
By now, this is all just ramblings of a broken down woman, and nobody in Coral Destiny's Star Command is interested in that, right? So, why am I recording this? Because I have to stop being selfish. I was so laser focused on getting out of this shit loop that I haven't really been thinking about what I left behind. Who I left behind. I didn't dare to think, and right now, I have to. Though it still breaks my heart. Frank, I've never met anybody who had more resolve than you. Life threw shit after shit at you, and you just kept shrugging it off and going on. That's why I fell in love with you. The unbreakable man. I'm sure there are scars, but as you said, they're just a testament of the shit we've been through. Thinking of you and how you would approach this made me get up. Made me clean myself after 2 weeks. Made me put up that flipped mental table and start planning again.
You were also our guiding light in our darkest of nights.
Yes, the fuel is insufficient. Yes, my trajectory is shit. Yes, my vector of approach is abysmal. But there must be a way out of this shit. Must be. And I'm gonna stop this train wreck of thoughts now. Judy out.
exactly in accordance with Hiya! So sorry about that sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility of this type. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin. As of a couple of days ago, ex-coworker, mind you. I never collaborated with her professionally as my work is independent of most of the company. But personally, I'm sorry she decided to leave us. Most of Coral Destiny's employees truly believe the company pitch, and it makes them behave like a cult. Riley wasn't like that. I know little. She had a tragic life. Her father died before she was even born. Her mother died in an accident when Riley was 12 years old. That would break most people, but not Riley. Tough as titanium nails, that one. What remained of her family contributed to keeping her sane, surely. Frank, an older brother, and the people that practically adopted both of them and gave them a home, the Flemings, Benjamin especially, he was like the dad Riley never had. The Flemings are the people who own the Rue Valley Motel, you know? But, as I said, Riley is tough as nails. That's why she would be an amazing colonist. A pity, really. She trained to be a colonist, which means everything. Kidding. But not really. Every future Martian needs to be a jack of all trades, capable of filling almost any role temporarily or permanently. Every irreplaceable individual is a danger to the colony. Which means that Riley went through a variety of training courses, from comms to advanced first aid to mech engineering and robotics, basic hydroponics. Yes? It's possible even afterwards. Every future colonist is on rotational duty in Star Command's comms center. But who do you think Riley heard? Aliens? Well, radio waves do bounce off the ionosphere. It's possible, but not probable. No, thank you. I don't have many chances to gossip with somebody who doesn't know everybody else around here. Yes?
Riley, yeah. I saw her recently. We talked like we hadn't in so long. It really moved me. She was different. She acted like she hadn't in some time. It reminded me of some things. It gets easier here when I come to Dana. She offers me a hand of salvation, makes my life better, or less dark. Yeah, it feels good at first, but then it all turns black and starts sinking deeper. Yeah, exactly that.
Always for breaking some rules. Screw Coral Destiny. Hiya! So sorry. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin. What nonsense is this? He's never complained about any side effects. This isn't about whether I believe you, it's about facts and evidence. So whatever you think is happening to Ben can't be real. Impossible. What do you mean, literally? You have a connection to Ben? Or something? You almost had me, but now what you're saying is nonsense at best, a very bad trip at worst. Let's drop this story. I've got serious work to do and no time to waste on this nonsense. Yes? Always for breaking some Hiya! So sorry. And don't you worry about the chemical. Hello, Mr. Pursuer. A very fitting last name considering your job. I'm Dana Peters. How can I help you? But how? With all those Coral Destiny tourists, the place should be doing just fine. What you describe sounds more like Ben himself than something caused by a substance. He has always been irresponsible ever since I met him. And when Anita left, things only went further downhill. She used to take care of all the day-to-day matters. Robin took on as much as she could, but she's still young, inexperienced. A child, so to speak. So, if what you're saying is true, it's not about any substance. It's about Ben and the kind of person he is. Yes?
Hey, I'm Travis, and you look like you... Anderson. Ah, Riley. She's cool, super nice, and gives off that easygoing vibe. Oh, and a great tipper. Can't say for sure. Think she's with the space program or something. Her and a bunch of other jumpers were practically regulars here. 'Cause of the jumpsuits. Coined that one myself. I was hoping it'd catch on. Thanks, buddy. Anyways, they didn't look like your typical CD eggheads, so I just figured technicians or would-be astronauts. I mean, they could hold their liquor like dock workers, especially Riley. Trust me, I sling some serious stargaritas. But that thing? I kicked it up a notch. Mixed it just for them. I call it Nebula Nectar. Strictly off the record, menu, and the rules. Only bare bones. I know that she and her brother Frank, they lived with Ben at the Rue Valley Motel after their mom passed. Needed no more, but I wouldn't go bothering her with that if I were you.
exactly Hiya! And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic. Hello, Mr. Lawson? Or should I say, son of law? Sounds like an action hero's last name. Good for you. And for the law, I suppose. My name is Dana Peters. How can I help you? Really? What was I? A plant? Hopefully something fruit-bearing. Oh, that again. I was hoping for something far more original and fun. And you're sharing this little revelation with me because... That won't happen. First, because it helps him. My remedy works. Second, my employers already know about my past. Nice try though, but blackmail won't work with me. What I don't understand is, why you? What's your connection to Ben? An investigation that uses blackmail? Maybe you're in the wrong career. Either way, I've got work. Later. You can see yourself out.
me on screens for months to come.
I just want to capture the moment. Give me a second.
Enough of that. Come kiss me while you...
It's not exactly... Hiya! And don't you worry about the Sorry, I've left my card somewhere, but you can write it down. What's with the formal tone, Frank? Did you start working for Coral Destiny or something? Sorry, bad joke. Anyway, I had no idea about these side effects. He always seemed fine and never said a word about it. I'll definitely have a talk with him as soon as he shows up. Thanks again. I'd hate to see him suffer, let alone be part of the reason why. P.S. I understand your concern. I'll take care of this. Trust me.
Riley? Yeah, sure. Just hold on a minute. Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Nightingale. I'm Benjamin Fleming, the motel's owner and family to Riley, in a way. So how can I help you, Dr. Nightingale? What's this about exactly? All right, it's just that I'm not sure how I can help you in this evaluation. Especially now that she quit her job there, so I'm not sure it makes any sense to talk about it. A few days back, she showed up at the motel out of nowhere. No call or warning. I was glad to see her. Made us some coffee, poured us some numb night. Over small talk and a couple of toasts, she told me two things. She quit her job, and she was leaving Rue Valley for good. Two big shocks back to back. There was also a third thing. That one shook me more than anything else. She asked about her brother Frank, how he'd been and what he's doing. Little things like that. You see, Riley and Frank had a fight a while ago and haven't exactly been on speaking terms since. I never understood it. If anyone had been through hell and high water together, it was them. But the fight was so bitter, it drove them apart. So Riley never mentioned Frank for years. This is why I was so stunned. Apologies. I've probably overwhelmed you with family drama, which has nothing to do with your evaluation. We spoke a bit about Frank, then she handed me money for him, a serious amount in case he should ever need it. And no, I don't keep it on me. It's in a safe place, a bank, naturally. She asked me to encourage Frank to seek help again, to go back to Dr. Fink, your colleague. Glad to hear you say that. I like him. He seems like a genuinely good man. Riley was adamant. Frank has to talk about Judy's death. You know, that guiding light accident. She never stopped. But they're Andersons. Proud, stubborn, hard as stone. Just like their mother. In any case, she said she would leave something of importance concerning Judy with Dr. Fink, but she didn't go into details. I just realized I'm swamping you with family stories. You don't even know everyone I'm talking about. And maybe none of this is relevant. I think she was afraid of what would happen if she faced him, that another fight would break out. Riley probably wanted to make sure he'd get the money and that special something, especially since she's leaving Rue Valley for good. Shit, I just remembered she's leaving today. This is her last day here. I just hope she saw Frank to say goodbye. That's rough. I really hope she manages to track him down. It'd be a pity if she failed. I can only hope that what I shared proved helpful to you, that you gained something from it.
What is going on? Mr. Harrow, what in the Earth's name? You just vanished. Right in front of me. One moment you were there, the next I was talking to empty air. I tore the office apart. Looked under the couch, in the bathroom. I thought I was hallucinating. Depersonalization. Psychotic break. Something. Anything. I even asked Robin if you ever arrived at the motel. If she has seen you, at all. What do you think? She confirmed you came and entered my office, but that's it. I looked unprofessional, like I'd misplaced a client. So I went back to my room, read through my notes, and realized we had been talking. And now here you are. Which most likely means I was simply too tired and failed to notice you leaving. Without a proper goodbye, if I may add. Which brings me back to our session. It ended prematurely. And I'm not sure what to do about that now. Riley? Frank? How do you even know about them? Are you friends? That would be a serious conflict of interest for our therapy. She mentioned that. But I'd never take money from them. It wouldn't be right. She left me that thing. Said it might help me reach Frank. But also help me if the past still troubles me. Yes. I made a grave error. And someone close to Frank and Riley paid the price. That's why I couldn't bring myself to listen to the things she left me. I wasn't ready to tear the scab from that wound. I put my faith in you, Mr. Harrow. Please, don't betray it. Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
But the worst issue of all in my predicament is that I just can't be sure if anything else is damaged. The Overwatch protection is having a bit of a fit. It intermittently reports malfunctions on various systems, including those I know are working, like life support or the power grid.
Judy. That's Judy. Stop fucking everything, buddy. That's Judy. They can go fuck themselves. Here's our proof that you're not crazy.
Then sometimes it reports the 2 damaged solar panels are operating at peak 98% efficiency, though I see their shattered frames through the viewport. I even thought about permanently shutting down the Overwatch when I got my hopes up, reporting it fixed the long-range comms where it were as dead as ever. I'm not sure if this is a legacy problem with the fault protection system, or the mainframe got damaged in the blast.
Imagine if this idiotic machine did what it was supposed to, and fixed the long-range comms. Imagine!
I pondered an exploratory EVA to determine the extent of the damage done to the lander, but the brutal truth is, I can't risk opening the airlock and losing any of the precious little oxygen reserves I have left. I have a cache of oxygen candles, yes, but I need to keep them for unforeseen emergencies.
Oh, no, no, no. One close encounter with the Void is one far too many.
My top priority right now is to find a sustainable way to generate oxygen. Water electrolysis, powered by my own urine, comes to mind, but I'll have to think of a way to extract clean and sterile water from it. This will take power. A lot of power. I'll end here, since I don't want to dip into my fuel reserves more than I will have to. Guiding light, mission log, day 3. Commander Resnick speaking. This will be my last official report.
What? No! Judy, what happened?
Well, that was dramatic. I made a decision to continue recording, but this will become both my personal log and the record of my journey. A space to keep track of my resources, my thoughts, and my plans.
Oh.
Hopefully, when I land back home, I'll tell you my tale in person, so this will become a relic for the history books. Just in case, I'll load every message into the short-range auto transmitter. This was a short message. Guiding light, day 9, Commander Resnick's log. The sunlight is plentiful, for now, so I've decided to drain some more kilowatts from my power reserves and record. If only engineering crammed more batteries into this lander. I've already made written list upon list, prepared a number of paper blueprints for all of my projects, but just speaking helps me get my thoughts in order. It's strange. Dr. Fink correctly predicted a future when he warned the mission team about an intense desire to hear human speech during our long isolation. But I doubt he ever thought about a situation as dire as mine, so just hearing the din of my own voice in this tin can fills me with a strange sense of warmth But back to business, Star Command. I did an inventory of all my available resources. Food and water is aplenty, as the lander was supposed to serve as a temporary base for Rose, Mark, and me during our planetside operation. It's your standard, bland astronaut fare, sure, but it was supposed to feed 3 people, so with proper rationing, maybe a bit of fasting, I won't starve to death. Hopefully.
Don't even think about death.
Oxygen is an entirely different beast. We were never meant to spend so much time in the lander, so I have only 30 kilos of stored oxygen, and that will last me approximately a month. Or I should say 21 more days to go. And my stores of water are not that plentiful either, so I'll definitely have to resort to urine recycling for oxygen regeneration. I've already planned the jury-rigged water electrolysis system and scavenged for parts. Unfortunately, one of the solar batteries had to be sacrificed for the cause and turned into a power source. My last and deepest concern is my fuel reserve. It is currently at 87%, which is my fault, really. Once I was in the lander, I activated the thrusters to get away from the wreckage of guiding light as soon as possible. I might have panicked and burned for too long. Might have. But hopefully this mistake won't come back to bite me in the ass. Preliminary calculations state there should be plenty for all the systems I'm building, maintaining life support, and the burn that will get me back to Earth.
Your fuel calculations match up with this.
That's all I have for now. Guiding light, mission log, day 31, Commander Resnick recording. Nothing quite like that first breath of freshly generated oxygen. I am happy to announce that my water electrolysis system is fully operational. I'm so happy. I wanted to give it a grand opening with the ribbon cutting ceremony, but I'm all out of ribbons.
That's our girl. There's nothing you can't achieve. Nothing.
The only downside is that the whole process takes so much time, from urine collection, water recovery, sterilization of equipment, then running the electrolyzer. Though I have a feeling it will get much better once I have more time to improve my protocols. Speaking of, I feel I need to pass water now, and I can't afford to waste a drop, so signing off. Guiding light, mission log, day 52. Happy to report I'm still alive, though honestly my steady diet of protein curry, pea stew, and oat and berry paste has seriously made me contemplate taking my own life. Mission log, day 188. It's so hard to sleep without the pills pulling you into the void. I just lie strapped in my zero-G hammock and stare at the ceiling, my mind working on overdrive.
Hurry up! Don't want to lose Judy's signal.
Every night, yes, I made air quotes, Sumi, is a struggle. But I'm getting there. At least I don't have to wade through a jumble of thoughts anymore. I'm tired, but I am awake. Truly awake.
Now where in the holy fuck have you left that battery, buddy?
And I have a plan now. A way out of this shit. During one of those ceiling staring sessions, I came up with a solution for how to fix my trajectory.
Nothing here. Hurry! Nope. It's useless. There's no...
Yes, it's super risky, but let's face it, I'm at such a point that I might as well bet it all on red. If I don't, everything will stay the same. Forever. I just need to do the math. Build a model. It will work. It must. Judy out.
Alex has radio equipment. You did beat some sense into yourself.
Day 224. With it, the conclusion. Insufficient fuel for trajectory alter...
Look at scrawny loser staring at you. Like you've hit his fucking transformer. Come on, start, you piece of shit.
Outside of that triangle, to push the calculations to my favor, literally.
Who the fuck are you? You don't know shit about me.
I donned my EVA suit and ventured outside of the airlock, oxygen loss be damned. Using my jetpack and additional fuel I made myself with the water electrolysis system, I was able to create just enough pressure to alter my trajectory and make sure the fuel required for the burn will be sufficient.
Stop yapping and let me listen to Judy, you fucker.
And when I was about to re-enter the lander, I noticed something that I've yet to make peace with. One of the fuel injector pipes, that radical new Coral Destiny innovation, is damaged, showing signs of previous leaks. The damage might have been caused by the explosion, or the material was never meant for spaceflight. I don't know.
Fuck you, you scrawny loser. She's not dead.
But now, I do know the reason why I was spending so much more fuel during our previous burns. Seeing that was a gut punch. If only I went outside earlier to assess the damage, I could maybe... No, use crying over spilled milk, or fuel. I've patched up the rupture as much as I could have, just to make sure it doesn't expand and cost me even more fuel. I returned to the lander, performed the burn. The result, that triangle was shattered. My new trajectory is stable, but how do I feel about that? I've sacrificed so many resources to do this. Too much, maybe.
Shut up.
Day 226. Guiding Light mission. Judith Resnick speaking. I've decided to do this now, while I'm still mindful, composed. While life support still has enough resources to operate. Though I can't change them now, I've started questioning my own decisions. But keep telling myself that whatever I did or didn't do, an end would come. This way, I got to choose that end. And it will come on my own terms.
No. Fucking roadblock. Fucking Coral Destiny. I have to get to Alex before the battery runs out.
Star Command. You will receive all of my messages through the short-range auto transmitter. I have some personal requests. Please make sure that the following people hear my words. For my friends, Jake, Kirka, Riley, Jean, I'll be brief like I usually am. I love you, you bastards. You better get to Mars and drink to my health, or else. To my parents, Mom, Dad, countless times I've imagined your smiles when Guiding Light was launched. How proud you'd be.
You.
Countless times I've tormented myself with your faces when you learned that the ship was lost with all crew. Now, at least you get a better epilogue than that.
Judy. You're here.
I can't imagine your pain, your sorrow. I know this is not what you imagined for me, but this is what I can do. What I want. Out of the worst, I've extracted the very possible best. Just like you taught me. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Frank, my love. I'm sorry. I'll have to break that promise I made. I won't be coming home. You have to know, I fought with every atom of my being. I tried.
What are you saying? I'll save you.
But sometimes we have to learn to admit defeat, to accept it. Please understand that I chose this. I want to have a resting place on Mars, a grave.
You can't die, Judy. You must not.
I refuse to be another piece of space junk on an endless Earth-Mars orbit. I've broken that loop.
Broken the loop.
I want you to be happy. Need you to be happy. Do not allow yourself to return to the pit. I know it will hurt, but I must become another scar for you to bear. I love you. Now and forever.
I love you too, Judy. Now. Forever. What now, buddy? I understand. Would you stay with me? I don't want to die alone.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell? For a moment you seemed elsewhere. Well, we are done with our second session. I'll see you tomorrow again. Get some rest, please. Your physical condition demands it. Good night, Mr. Harrell.
Shadows linger, whispers lie, and faces shift as nights go by. Footsteps echo through the rain, and every corner hums my name. Memories that never age, God inside is hard to say.